Welcome back to Montana This Morning. Time for Ag and Weather together. And when it's time to make dollars and cents out of agriculture, our special guest is the guy we turn to.
Absolutely. One of the leading experts in the ag commodity world, Jim Bauer from Bauer Trading, with us again in the studio. Let's start with recapping last Friday's cattle on feed report because it kind of came out a little bit bearish.
Well, Russell, I'm glad that report's out of the way. The market's been really troubled by those placement numbers. The market's been concerned about it for quite some time. We've seen a big series of liquidation events, particularly by the big index funds out of the major markets. We've seen money flow from commodities over into stocks. But of course, I'm hoping that it kind of reverses back. But I think the technical reversal that we saw on the August live on Monday, we've got some follow through now. I think that market is setting itself up for a little better performance as we go into late spring, summer. And certainly I'm hoping that the grilling season will finally, and I mean finally, start in the eastern half of the United States. It's been almost winter-like up until just recently.
All right, so what do producers really need to do at this point to step up?
Well, I think they've got to really pay attention to the technical aspect of the market. I'm not a technician as such, but I think that's playing a pretty key role. We need to watch the flow of monies back into commodities. We need to watch the packer margins to see if that remains a little bit more optimistic than what it has been. And again, go back to that grilling season. We need the demand factors, particularly beef versus chicken and pork. We need the beef industry to really step up now and get back on the forefront on this grilling aspect. That's really more important than they think.
Now let's switch gears from beef into the grain markets because USDA this week also released its most recent crop progress report. Any surprises out there as far as that wheat condition?
Well, there are no surprises to me. I've been listening to customers down in Texas, Oklahoma, eastern Colorado, southwest Texas. It's been a rough spring. Again, we saw a decline in the good to excellent rating by 1%. That's contra-seasonal. We saw an increase in the poor to very poor category up to 41%. One of the worst crops for this time of year in history. Yet, in my opinion, now this is my personal opinion, I just don't quite see how they're matching the quarterly reports with yield with what they're saying on the daily and weekly reports. So the policy at Bauer Trading is very clear. If we can't get it right, if we can't get it matched, then we're going to go with the yield directly off the combines, particularly as that harvest starts in South Texas and moves northward. We want to see that digital readout, and we're going to know it right off the bat.
All right. People want to know more about your insights, Jim. How can they get that?
Very easy. Just go to the website, www.bauertrading.com. That's all lowercase and it's B-O-W-E-R.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by again.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. When Jim flew in, it was awful dry, but when he's leaving, it's awful wet.
You're good luck for us, Jim.
I brought the rain with me, that was for sure.
Hopefully, you can stick around for a while. We'll talk about those possibilities when we come back.